Sweepy? What is it, Sweepy? What is it, girl? Mom's locked herself in her room and she's watching the end of the drama without me? And she's eating the last of the Cheetos? Let's go! Hi everyone, welcome to the K-Drama Cafe.
Your place for all the latest, greatest K-drama reviews, countdowns, and more. I'm Susan.
And I'm Candace.
Now, Candace, I've always wanted to get one of those. Maybe if you would eventually buy me one of those robots that sweep the floors.
The Roombas?
Yeah, one of those Roombas.
She always wants the most expensive thing.
Yes, but I want one too. Kind of research it and see if they have one that'll do the dishes, do the wash, do the dusting.
They don't have robots like that.
No, they don't. Why don't you do these things for me, Candace?
I am not a robot.
Intruder!
But before we get to the review, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And don't forget to click that bell.
Ready?
Ready.
Let's get dramatized!
The AG3 is the newest creation of the secret Santa Maria robotics team. She walks, she talks, she cooks and cleans.
Too bad she breaks right when financial company CEO Kim Min-kyu wants a test run.
Min-kyu, reclusive due to an allergy to human contact, loves inventions and has jumped at the opportunity to try out the new technology.
Desperate to keep their last chance at saving their team from being sold, team leader Han Baek-kyun admits that he modeled the AG3 after his ex-girlfriend Jo Ji-ah.
A wannabe inventor, Ji-ha struggles to get her many random inventions appreciated.
When approached by her ex and asked to replace AG3 in the test run, she adamantly refuses, until promised a hefty paycheck that would fund her next invention.
Can Ji-ha pull off being a robot and save the Santa Maria robotics team?
Why does Min-kyu feel himself drawn to a machine, even if it is the most realistic and human-like robot he's ever seen?
Emotions run high and systems short out, as these two must overcome secrecy, deception, and allergies to find each other. To watch this or not to watch this? That was the question.
We were not entirely sure about watching this show at the start.
It was nothing what we thought it would be at all.
So we're glad we did.
Yes, we are.
This was written by Kim Sun-mi and directed by Jung Dae-yoon.
And it aired in December of 2017 with 32 episodes, and they were a half hour each.
The drama starts off with Kim Min-kyu arriving for his military enlistment medical exam, and this is where we find out about his human allergy.
It's quite an intense moment. He goes in there with his gloves on and protective gear.
Completely covered up.
And then they say, take off your gloves and your glasses.
And then he starts taking off his shirt, which I'm okay with.
And then he goes and shakes their hand. Then this allergy appears.
Yes, I mean, and the way they did the makeup on it is really good because it looks real. It looks like a real reaction.
Looks real.
It's almost like a horror movie. They have it's pretty bad.
Like one whole side of his face turns all crazy.
And then he jams himself.
After the allergy appears in front of them, he hits himself with this EpiPen.
Yeah, his syringe, his own personal kind of EpiPen.
And the allergy goes away.
But he's still really affected. So it's a really interesting thing because when I first started the drama, I was like, is he really gonna have an allergy, or is it all just in his? And it really affects him.
So
it's a big deal.
So they say absolutely, and they get away from him. They say he goes, it's not catchy.
Yeah, but they don't care. They're still putting Purell on their hands.
So guess what?
He doesn't have to go. Because of this allergy, Min-kyu has lived as a recluse ever since he was like a little child.
He has horrible social skills. He's never around people.
And the only person who lives nearby is a housekeeper, groundskeeper.
He lives on ground.
Yeah, but the guy always checks his food, always checks any packages that go in, make sure everything's all cleaned off and sanitized.
So he's kind of a loner, absolutely a loner, and he lives all by himself in this huge house. He's a genius, but he does have one friend.
A little cleaning Roomba robot. And he's named it, and he's put a little tag on it saying what its name is. And
he picks it up and pets it, and
he talks to it. It's really kind of sad.
But funny and cute.
The problem with being a recluse is that he's the CEO of a major financial company.
So once in a while, he does have to go into the office.
But he decks himself out with his gloves and his mask and everything.
And he's got this long, expandable baton.
like those like weaponized ones.
I call it a stick.
Yeah, he just beats people with it. All right.
And everybody runs because when he walks into the office, they're told, scatter, he doesn't want to see a person.
So nobody likes him at all because he's
freaky,
weird, and so yeah, they just think they don't know that he has this allergy. They just think that he's mean
or strange.
On one of his trips to the office, he actually comes across this paperwork and he's very confused by it, and he does some digging and finds the secret Santa Maria robotics team.
He really wants to get involved with this and see what it's all about.
Because he loves inventions and loves the robots, so he has his own little robot friend, remember? So he wants to figure out if he should keep the robotics team or, sell them off. He grabs the opportunity to give them a chance to show it off. And boy, is he excited about it.
He is so intrigued by this. It is so lifelike. He
So
cannot
lifelike.
believe it.
It tells him off. It yells at him.
It goes into friend mode. He can go friend mode, and
I
all of a sudden she
know.
goes from this to, yeah.
Yeah, and she's all great. And so, of course, he's very intrigued by this new invention. Min-Kyu is played by Yoo Sung-ho, who we saw in My Strange Hero,
He also played in Queen Sanduk.
and Emperor Master of the Mask, but this is a very different character.
The fear of him being around people.
With like this ingrained, fear of them. It was really
And then
good.
being around this new robot and how he embraced that and how he communicated
He kind
with
of
that.
starts opening up to it, and I mean, he
did a great job.
He was very believable. This amazing new technology that he's so enthralled by is the AG3, super amazing helper professional robot.
High-tech
robot. Or is it? Enter Joji-Ah.
She's a wannabe inventor, but nobody likes her inventions.
I mean, she has this umbrella, she has this heart lamp, and she has a bunch of other different things that she's come up with. But her ex-boyfriend never really gave her any encouragement.
Never gave her a chance at all.
And her older brother is very much like, just get a job already. Stop trying to make your inventions work. And it just makes her really sad.
She doesn't give up, she just needs money.
And the opportunity presents itself when her ex-boyfriend actually comes back, Hong Baek-kyun, and says, will you pretend to be a robot for me? Because
it's a creepy thing.
He made the AG3 look exactly like her. And she thought that was pretty creepy too.
There was this freak accident in the labs, and guess what happened? The robot broke.
So she takes the opportunity because he offers her a big paycheck and she can actually get one of her main inventions produced. And
she doesn't have any experience being a robot.
And she's not.
It's quite hilarious.
And she's not very smart. And the robot is supposed to be like the highest point of high technology. So it's really funny how all of that ends up working out. She does not get along with Min-Kyu at all in the beginning, which actually leads to some really hilarious robot-human interactions.
What happens when a robot farts?
Blame it on the human! Chae Soo-bin does a really great job as both Ji-ah and AG3.
Well, when you see her as the robot, you really think she's a robot.
You really believe she's a robot when she's actually playing the robot, but then she's playing the human who's playing the robot. And there's a huge difference there, and
it gets a little confusing.
But she does it could get confusing for an actress doing that, and she does an amazing job.
She does a great job at that.
We love her as an actress. We saw her in Rebel Thief Who Stole the People,
and Strongest Delivery Man,
and Where the Stars Land, and so
she did a great job in all those.
We really enjoy any show that she's been in.
How their relationship plays out is so emotional and touching.
And I mean, their first kiss in this, it's just, it's a really emotional moment, and you really want to cry. The Santa Maria Robotics team did a really good job as supporting cast here. I mean, they loved the machine.
They loved the machine.
It was like
this robot, like it was a baby.
It was like their child.
Yes.
It was really cute.
And their interactions between each other, and a little bit of romance in there too.
And how they grow to like Ji-ah too. It really ends up being a very special.
Then you've got
the really
this
duo bad
this
guys.
funny duo. cool. They are hilarious. They're supposed to be the bad guys.
They're trying to like find out what's going on. They know something about the secret technology, but is it a human? Is it not a human?
And they were sent on a mission.
And so they're trying to figure it out. And just they're
The
just
two of them
hilarious.
together, you've got to watch them.
They're like super spies, but in a very Don Knotts, Tim Conway kind of way.
Very clumsy.
And hilarious. They were great. Even though Gia's brother is against her, her sister-in-law and her niece are very supportive of
She's
her.
got a great family, and then she's got this little niece.
She's so
She's
cute.
so cute. She's a little sarcastic whippersnapper
Lee
kind of
Han
thing.
So is a very great little child actress, and we love her. And she's actually in the new BTS mobile game, BTS World. So check her out in that if you play BTS World. Min-kyu's family, his uncle and his cousin, they're a little bit shady.
What are they doing at the company when he's not there?
And that's what the
story's
story's about. The second lead love interest in this wasn't really that necessary, but it did show that, you know,
There was reality
and
then
fantasy.
there was fantasy.
And she was the reality that he didn't really want, and the fantasy was Gia, the robot, which he really couldn't have.
So there's a struggle in his mind, you know, between the reality and the fantasy of which one will work for him,
And neither one
neither
really
of them,
works.
yes,
So
really
he's just torn.
There was one funny moment in there. I mean, it was hilarious for us. I don't know whether it was supposed to be funny or not, but we cracked us up.
There was this English acting in K-dramas, but it was an overacting moment that just
Struck us.
it had us on the floor
Oh,
laughing.
it struck us funny.
What the hell?
It's one of our K-drama cliches.
We
There's
say it all the time now. After the first half of the show, which has really good pacing and a great momentum, it starts to lag a little
kinda
bit.
drags somewhat.
But then it comes back, so
Yeah.
it's not. So it keeps everything going. But
it doesn't affect the story too much, except you say, come on,
yeah,
come
if
on.
you get
just-"
through the lull,
Yeah.
you can make it through it, and it's really a good story to get through.
And we're also asked to suspend our common sense in this somewhat, too.
Yeah, because really,
How can he be so stupid to believe she's a robot?
he's supposed to be a genius, but
But again, we suspend our common sense.
And
because we want to believe.
And we suspend our disbelief, and because he's not supposed to really know anything about people and human interaction, so he's like, oh wow, the technology's really good, because he's all in his brain, but he can't understand that it's a person. So I don't.
It's still fun.
It's still fun. If you can
Very fun.
suspend your disbelief for this one,
Yes.
it was good. So, I am not a robot.
I'm not a robot either.
But what do we rate this?
What the hell?
This was a really enjoyable drama. There wasn't a lot of fluff, but it was a very lighthearted and funny show.
Yeah, and had some good romance in there too.
The story might have had a couple of flaws, but it really flowed well, and you get over it really fast.
Yes, the story itself was very good to watch.
Tender moments, melodramatic moments, and just an amazing, fun, easy watch. That's our review on I Am Not a Robot.
And if you like this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell.
Comment below, let us know your thoughts on this drama, and if you could have a robot modeled after your favorite Korean actor, who would it be? Let us know in the comments below.
And if you haven't watched I Am Not a Robot, add it to your list.
Now get out there and get dramatized!
Your place for all the latest, greatest K-drama reviews, countdowns, and more.
You're not Candace! I'm Candace! He's making fun of me.
Why?
He's
What did
gonna
he
put
say?
things in the bloopers. Lead love interest in this was, she didn't.